YouTube has started, yes. Okay. Yeah. Namaste, Guruji.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, मेरा नाम संदीप सिंह। आप सभी को इस प्लेटफॉर्म में स्वागत है। ये सीरीज हमने स्वास्थ्य संपदा सीरीज जो है हेल्थ टॉक सीरीज, ये पिछले 6 महीने से हम रन कर रहे हैं एंड वी अप्रिशिएट ऑल योर एनकरेजमेंट। यहाँ पे हम बहुत सारे सक्सेस स्टोरीज तथा अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स है। मेरा नाम संदीप सिंह, आप सभी को इस प्लेटफॉर्म में स्वागत है। ये सीरीज हमने स्वास्थ्य संपदा सीरीज जो है हेल्थ टॉक सीरीज, ये पिछले 6 महीने से सॉरी हेलो
Yes.
यस ओके, सो लेट मी कंटिन्यू। आप सभी को स्वागत है इस मंच पर। ये स्वास्थ्य संपदा सीरीज के 6वां महीने में ये एपिसोड, खास एपिसोड में आज गुरुजी डॉक्टर अरुण शर्मा जी उपस्थित है। गुरुजी वेलकम टू दिस सेशन। और सभी जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स है, इन्होंने बहुत पहले से आपका इंतजार में बहुत सारे सवाले पूछ के रखे हैं हमसे, जो हम इस मंच पे उनका आंसर देंगे। गुरुजी उनका आंसर करेंगे। तो मैं आपका होस्ट संदीप सिंह, और मैं पुणे में रहता हूँ और वर्धाई का नाम से एक ऑर्गेनिक सप्लाई का बिजनेस रन करता हूँ। साथ में ये जमीन सुधारक काम के साथ मैं जल सुधारक काम भी करता हूँ। तो सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट्स जो है बड़े बड़े सोसाइटीज के लिए, हम उसमें ऑपरेशन एंड मेंटेनेंस का भी काम करते हैं। खैर, ये मेरा छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन रहा। मेरे साथ और भी दो को पैनलिस्ट है, और मैं आमंत्रण करना चाहता हूँ मिस मिनल जायसवाल, जो इम्यूनिटी कोच है और एक ऑथर भी है। इस सब्जेक्ट पे बहुत उनका कमांड है, अच्छा है, और काफी अच्छी तरह से वो अपने पेशेंट्स तथा अपने ऑडियंस को ये सब्जेक्ट सामने रख पाते हैं। और मेरे दूसरे को पैनलिस्ट जो है वो मिस वंदना आहूजा है। वो एनएचएस प्रैक्टिशनर कम कोच है। वो अवेयरनेस एंड एजुकेशन पे काफी काम अच्छा करते हैं। और मैं अभी आमंत्रण करता हूँ गुरुजी से, और इस विषय को आगे लेने से पहले मैं कुछ हाउस रूल्स सेट करना चाहता हूँ। देखिए सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स, आप वो सभी को एक निवेदन है, प्लीज कीप ऑल योर मोबाइल, जो फोन है ना, उसको म्यूट में रखिए। हमारे पिछले कई सारे एपिसोड्स में ऐसा हुआ कि बीच में किचन का आवाज, बच्चे का आवाज आ जाता है। So I'll request everyone to put their mobiles on mute mode, and please be patient. All the questions that you have raised have been compiled by our co-panelist, and each questions will be answered sequentially. And if left, कोई समय अगर रहता है आखिरी में, तो हम ओपन भी कर सकते हैं प्लेटफॉर्म को फॉर ओपन, एक ओपन राउंड के लिए। ओके, तो गुरुजी, इस प्लेटफॉर्म में ना ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं काफी टाइम से, और ये सब्जेक्ट को थोड़ा बहुत जानते हैं। पर यहाँ पे और भी बहुत सारे लोग जो पहली बार आए हैं ना, तो उनको इस विषय में बहुत सारे मन में क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं कि ये सब्जेक्ट क्या है, ये नेचुरोपैथी जैसा तो नहीं है, आयुर्वेदा जैसा नहीं तो है, मतलब ये सब्जेक्ट के बारे में लेके बहुत क्वेश्चंस है उनके माइंड में। तो अब हम आपसे सुनना चाहेंगे, ये विषय जो है ना, ये किस तरह से एक खास विषय है, और किस तरह से ये अलग जो पंथे जो है उनसे कैसे भिन्न है। हाउ आर दे डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द अदर मोडालिटीज ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट।
So before we ask Guruji to speak, I would request Meenal ji to introduce Guruji.
Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Sandeep ji. Welcome, Guruji. Such an honor to have you on this platform again. And Guruji doesn't need any introduction, but the responsibility has been given to me, so I'll try to do that. So, namaste and good evening, everyone. It's a complete honor and a privilege to introduce a very young and dynamic guest. Yes, He's Dr. Arun Sharma, just 83 years young. And when you are in his presence, it's amazing the energy that he exudes. He is a founder director of the International Institute of Mahayoga and Natural Hygiene, fondly called as IMANA. His dedication to natural health stems from a very rich family legacy of his grandfather, Acharya Lakshman Sharma ji. He was revered as father of nature cure in India. And his father, Professor Ganesh Sharma ji, taught nature cure to countless individuals across the country. And Dr. Sharma holds a doctorate in natural hygiene from Indian Institute of Natural Therapeutics, backed by 6 years of intensive training. He has served in leading roles at notable yoga and nature cure institutions, offering workshops, courses, and conferences on holistic wellness. His teaching stint at Miami-Dade Community College won praise for its practical insights into natural nutrition. With 4 years of service, Dr. Sharma has helped over 10,000 people worldwide reclaim their health through the time-tested principles of Mahayoga and natural hygiene, without the use of medicines. He has reached more than 20,000 individuals through awareness programs, organized over 1,000 health camps, and continue to inspire many more through his books, media appearances, and training programs. In 2020, the National Institute of Naturopathy honored him as Man of the Year for developing Aruna Brahmana Chikitsa. And in 2024, he received the prestigious International Gandhi Award, for the International Naturopathy Organization for promoting natural health science. It's a complete privilege and honor to welcome Dr. Arun Sharma, a committed advocate for holistic health and a leader in the field of Mahayoga and natural hygiene. Let us join together in extending our heartfelt appreciation for this lifelong dedication to empowering individuals and communities through natural wellness. Thank you so much. And I welcome Dr. Sharma to our platform. And over to you, Sandeep ji.
थैंक यू मीना जी। तो मैं ये विषय सभी के सामने जो रखना चाह रहा था कि इस जो मॉडलिटी है एनएचएस, नेचुरल हेल्थ साइंस जिसे हम कह रहे हैं, और जिसमें गुरुजी काफी सालों से काम कर रहे हैं, तो गुरुजी से मेरा ये पहला सवाल रहेगा कि ये इसकी जन्म कहाँ से, कब से शुरू है, और ये कैसे अलग अलग, अभी जैसे होम्योपैथी है, आयुर्वेदा है, एक्यूप्रेशर है, एक्यूपंक्चर है, पता नहीं क्या क्या है, तो इन सब से रेलिवेंट है, अलग है, कैसा है ये विषय?
You are on mute.
Am I all right? Audible?
Yes, you are.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Natural health science, as the name suggests, is the only science which deals with health. Most of the other systems in this world deal with diseases. We believe in the teachings of Vedic sciences, and Vedic science says there's nothing called disease. Lack of ease is a state where health is down, but at every stage of life, as long as there is life, there is some amount of health. All that we have to do at any stage of life is to improve health through healthy lifestyle. That's all. It makes it so simple. Whereas if you analyze other systems, like Ayurveda talks about 3 doshas. They are not doshas. doshas as defects. Kapha, Pitta, Vata. And they are classifying people as this is a kapha person with too much kapha or mucus. No, this is a pitta person, too much of bile or bothering the body. And vata is gas, too much gas, all kinds of things. Then they go further diagnosis. This person is kapha pitta, more kapha and a little less pitta, both are problem. Some other person is kapha vata, another person is vata pitta. Like that, you keep on diagnosing and discriminating each state of health into diseases. There is nothing called disease. All diseases are lower level of health. That's all. And it is complete truth. It's not just misleading people into believing that this is the better system or anything. This is not a system of medicine. Natural health science is science of health. How to live healthy. That every living being knows from the time he was born. In the wild animals, they don't go to any medical school. They don't go to any hospital. How do they live healthy? They also get sick. And when they get sick, they don't go to hunt. They don't go to eat food. They rest, bask in the sun, sip some water, dip in the water, all kinds of things. They cool the system and make it activate. And when we see the animals are living very healthy and following healthy lifestyle, why should we try to invent new methods and inventing different diseases, diagnosing them? We don't need to do that. Oh, you are just saying it, but without diagnosing the disease, how will you treat it? We don't cure diseases. We don't consider disease as an entity. We consider health as the only entity. Some people have less health, some people have more health. All that we have to do is follow healthy lifestyle and the health improves. That's all. Is that so simple? All the health sciences, so years of studies of medicine, years of studying of different disease conditions, different parts of the body, and examining the body for its acid content, alkaline content, for its nutrition deficiency. Oh, you are vitamin B12 deficiency, you have this deficiency. All those things, how do they get the idea that there is a deficiency? They say this much should be the vitamins in the body, this much should be this vitamin or that vitamin, or this mineral or that mineral, calcium deficiency, potassium deficiency, all kinds of deficiency they are noticing, and they want to attack the symptoms of the disease, not the deficiency. They do give prescriptions for adding those deficiency with artificial manufactured goods. But will that help? That's what we have to ask ourselves. When they suggest you to take some kind of preparations made by some company, this is a vitamin pills, this is vitamin B pill, vitamin D pill, all kinds of pills. We have seen Stone Age, we have seen Metal Age, Iron Age, all kinds of things. Now it is a age where we are confused and made to follow some system which is unreliable. And that's why we have to follow only one system that is derived out of Vedic scriptures. We are all proud to be Indians, and we are the oldest civilization of the world. When the rest of the world did not know how to wear clothes, India had been manufactured finest silk, and they have manufactured steel when the rest of the world did not know about it. and we are thinking we should import technology from outside. Indians knew everything much better than anybody else. The same Indian scriptures was referred to by my grandfather Acharya Lakshmana Sharma when he got well following instructions from a German author. And that German author had written in his book that disease is our friend. Oh, that was very curious. It made my grandfather curious, and when he read through and he followed the instruction thereof, and he got rid of his disease, which was supposed to be incurable by medicine. When he got better, he saw the similarity of the treatment to ancient Indian cultural practices. Then he was more curious to read the scriptures once again with the point of collecting information to improve health. And there it says so many things. Annam hi bhutanam jeshth, tasmat sarvaushadam uchyate. All the medicine come from food. Food is the source of all life. Before any creature is made, the food is made first, and then the creature is generated. And this we have seen through experience, through his literatures. Everywhere it's said what is the order of creation, which came first, which came later. Whatever was there first happens to be superior food, superior agent, or superior element compared to the elements that were created later. Akashad Vayu, Vayor Agni, Agnirapa, Adhya Prithvi, Prithivyor Aushadeya, Aushadhibhyo Annam. All those things have been said in the Taittiriya Upanishad. There are so many Upanishads, and Taittiriya Upanishad talks about so many useful things. What was Parasmada Bhavad Vyomno Vayustato Anala Tatam Bhamsi Tata Prithvi Tata Aushadhiyo Abhavan Aushadhibhyo Annamutpannam Annad Bhutani Cha Bhavan Ata Sarva Sharirani Panchabhautikamevahi. All our bodies are made up of 5 elements of nature. And if you use the same 5 elements of nature to heal this, you are in success. Oh my God. What do we do for headache? What do we do for stomachache? What do we do for diabetes? What do you do for asthma? All kinds of questions arise. The answer is so simple. Are you eating natural food? Are you following the laws of nature which will improve health, overall health? No, we are not. What is that? I don't know. Like that. That is why it is necessary to read the scriptures. And when we read the scriptures, we get more and more information. All the scriptures have been translated into English. The book Swadhina Swasthya Mahavidya, that is contains more than 600 slokas. This book is available now in English translation, transliteration, and the Sanskrit original verse. That's also available in this book. In this book has the answer for all the questions. So you cannot just read them and say, okay, where is the answer? You have to go through training courses in different stages, and then you will be able to answer. So let us go through the questions that you have and see simple answers for all the complicated questions. Okay, over to you, Sandeep.
जी गुरुजी, I have a question.
Yeah.
जैसे लिटरेचर में, हेल्थ लिटरेचर में, आयुर्वेद में इतने बड़े बड़े ग्रंथ लिखे गए हैं. आपने भी अभी पुस्तक अभी जो सामने जो प्रेजेंट की है. सो फॉर ए नॉर्मल पर्सन लाइक अस, कि कितना इजी या कितना डिफिकल्ट है इसको फॉलो करना. आप जो बताते हैं, हमको समझाते हैं, ये सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर ग्रास्प और प्रैक्टिस करना कितना इजी है. क्योंकि मॉडर्न लाइफस्टाइल तो अभी इतना करप्ट हो चुका है ना, कि अभी हमको लोगों के पास टाइम नहीं है. तो क्या करें फिर? इज इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फॉलो और अंडरस्टैंड दिस सब्जेक्ट?
लोग कहते हैं मरने की फुर्सत नहीं है, मरने की फुर्सत नहीं है. I don't have time to die. I have so many things to do. Death
तो कहीं
doesn't
ना
death doesn't wait for king or anything, any bigger person. All that we have to know is how to live. We all know. We all think that we know how to live. What's the big deal? My grandfather was invited, not even invited. He went to meet the king one time, and in the gate man asked him, "What is it you want to talk about?" I want to talk to him how I know how to eat. He was laughing. We all know how to eat. What is the new thing you are telling me? Then there was the minister was coming out of the palace and he saw Lakshman Sharma. Oh, Lakshman Sharma ji, Acharya ji, aye. Then he took him in his chariot and went to the king's palace. And in the court, they asked him, "What do you know? What do you want to talk about?" "I know how to eat." Everybody laughed. Don't we all know how to eat? He pointed out, if you knew how to eat, you will not have this pot belly. If you know how to eat, you will not have bald head. If you know how to eat, you will not have wrinkles on your face. If you know how to eat, oh, stop. We don't know how to eat. Okay, you tell us. Then he was given an opportunity to talk on health, and it took 9 whole days, different sessions, and he was awarded the best man of the year. So Pudukkottai Maharaja gave him the award. And they didn't know there's so many things to learn about eating. When you eat food, it's not just putting it in the mouth and swallowing it. We have to chew it thoroughly, and we have to select foods which are better than others. This is better than this, that's better than this. The best food has to be selected. Many of us do not know there are so many subtler foods other than what we eat and drink. And when we resort to those foods, all our diseases vanish. Periodically, we have to select a day of the week where we can fast. We don't have to eat the regular food that we eat and depend upon sunlight, air, and ether. Ether is akasha. What is that? Nothing. We can see sunlight, we can feel air, but what is this akasha? That's that's a best medicine of all. Langhanam paramaushadham, they say. Fasting is supreme medicine. Fasting from the food that we eat and drink. But we are taking foods which are superior. Sunlight we are taking, air we are taking, and akasha. What is this akasha? Space. Yeah, how can we get anything from space? That's where you have to study the subject more deeply. When we study the subject more deeply, we know there is so much power in ether that from ether came the air, from air came sunlight, from sunlight water. All the planets that are in the sky, they came from the ether. Ether has got so much power. How a small village girl is able to talk to somebody in America with a small cell phone. We didn't know that this was possible. We had wires to connect from house to house. We used to call. Kids used to have a tin can connected with a thread, and he used to talk, and the other person used to hear. He used to talk, and we used to hear. This is simple things we did. How did the sound travel through the thread? We didn't know. And the sound could travel through the sky and reach a rare remote village in Africa, remote place, city in America, all that wonders we have seen. But what is that gets communicated to yet that particular phone? Wavelength. And the particular phone has got certain waves, and if you connect to that wavelength, you will be able to reach. All these things, the science have said, oh, that's why science is superior to Vedic scriptures, they say. All the stories of Rama flying in Pushpaka Vimana from Sri Lanka to Ayodhya, all these are bunkum story. It may not be true, they say. That's how so many people disregard Vedic instructions, Vedic details. So much details is available. So that's what my grandfather researched on. When he went deeper and deeper, more and more information came. He was just astounded. He composed them into another Sanskrit shlokas. And when I was going through the training course, I found it so difficult to even pronounce certain slokas. I asked him, because he's my grandfather, why are you making these Sanskrit slokas? Why can't you make it in simple language? Sanskrit language is eternal, it never dies. And truth can be compressed into one sloka, what you cannot write in 10 sentences. All those things he explained. I said, it's so difficult to even pronounce them. He says, the difficult word, practice it 21 times and then you will get it. In the beginning, I used to try that and then I didn't have to do it. I was able to do it. Shruta Tishna, Gada Nidra Cha Manaso Api Prasanna. What is it? Shruta. I was struggling to say that. When I practiced it, it became easy. And that's what we should do. Everything that is difficult should be broken into small parts and practice it. Fasting is difficult, they say. Okay, I broke it into small parts. I tried to fast up to 10 a.m. and 9:30 the clock stopped because my mind was running faster than the clock. And it took almost 3 hours to from 9:30 to 10. And then I rushed to make my food and eat it. Like that, gradually postponed the breaking fast time to 12 noon and then 4 p.m. Now I didn't have any problem. Every week, one day I fast up to 4 p.m. I don't even think about food. I have so many other things to do and I get busy. So why did the fasting help me? By fasting one day, I was repairing all those things that needed to be repaired in the body. I gave the body an opportunity to reset everything in the right order. So let there be so many questions about this problem or that problem. We can boil them all to simple solutions. Let's go ahead. Next question.
Yes. So I'll request Minalji to take this question answers session now. Ji. So before that, Guruji, I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is the most difficult question. तो मैं चाहता कि मुझे चांस मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा तो पहले मैं आंसर क्वेश्चन कर लेता हूँ. So the question is, actually many people have inquired about your camps and about the courses also. So this question I also got baffled how to answer it. So I am putting it in front of you. So this question is like this: कैंप करना अच्छा है कि कोर्सेज करना अच्छा है?
The question is not complete. फिर बोलिए.
ये सब्जेक्ट के बारे में मुझे जानना है, तो मैं आपके जो कैंप्स है वहां पे चला जाऊं कि आपके जो कोर्सेस है उसमें एनरोल कर लूं, तो मुझे कौन सा अच्छा लगेगा?
To begin with, you go to the camp and understand the basics, understand the practical application of the principles, and then you study further. And there's mountain of things that has to be covered. So we go through camp first and then the training course little by little. That's my answer.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. Now over to Miss Meenal.
Thank you, Sandeep ji. So, Guruji, the first question is, what are the best procedures to repair the gut lining?
It's just a part of the body. If you practice fasting periodically, then you will get the strength of the guts much better than before. When you fast, what happens? We give time for the guts to repair itself. We don't give work on that day. Go on, digest food, this food, that food, eliminate this food. We give time for cleaning itself, repairing itself, and then we are rendered with a very beautiful body, which is functioning much better than before. So this opportunity, for some people, it's only one one day fasting is good enough. For some people, they need several periods of fasting. So once in a week, if you fast, maybe it will take 21 days of fasting. So we break it into small pieces. So everything, every part of the body gets repaired.
Right. So Guruji, today I'm fasting. Just adding to this. Okay. What is, can we reverse migraine with diet? That's another question that has come up, Guruji.
Yeah. When I went to USA, I was called by one of the Guruji's secretaries who had migraine headaches, and he has tried so many treatments, Ayurveda, homeopathy, allopathy, and even naturopathy. And he was not at all getting cured. So when he came to know that I am from natural health science, oh, this should be another naturopathy, he thought. But the secretary sent me to his doctor, official doctor. So who interviewed me, he had long list of questions. And when he asked the second question, my answer made him stop it. He says, okay, you can go and treat him. What was the second question? Will you stop all his medicines? I said, aren't we both interested in stopping medicines? So you know about medicine, I don't know about medicine. You decide how to stop all his medicine, and I will give him nature cure. And when the Guruji came, when I met Guruji, that Guruji asked me one question. He says, what is the mode of your treatment? I've gone through naturopathy also. So I gave him solar therapy, hydrotherapy, pranayama, air therapy, all kinds of things. And I told him all these are there, but the major part of the treatment is discussion. What? Yes, discussions. How is that part of the treatment? Can you give me a part of the part of that discussion? So I didn't think about anything. First question I said is, what is religion? What? What has that to do with the treatment? I said, it has got everything to do. Just give me the answer. He was so confused. Why should he ask me about religion? He thought I'm from some school where I'm going to introduce a new religion to him. So what's the next question? Why should we pray? How is that connected to this? He was terribly upset. From behind him, his secretary said, let's stop. Guruji's time to sleep. Please, Dr. Sharma will continue the discussion tomorrow. So I went to my room and he went to his rest. But 9 o'clock, I got the call again. The secretary said, please come. I'm sorry to disturb you, but Guruji cannot sleep without getting answers. So when I came, he asked the same question, what's the answer? I said, it's not my answer, it's your answer. From behind him, secretary said, please, please, give your answer. Let's be done with it. So I told him, religion comes from two words, rely on. A set of guidelines to rely on so that we could live and let live. We should let others also live in the way they want to live, and we should live in the way we want to live. That is the set of guidelines which is given by religion. Rely on set of guidelines. Oh, he was so happy. His face just brightened up. He says, what's the answer for next? I said, why don't you give me? No. His secretary said, please go ahead. So I said, why should we pray? We don't pray to ask God, give me this, give me that. That's what people do. But the purpose of prayer is to bring our mind to the middle point where there is neither fear nor hope. Our mind is constantly oscillating between two extremes of either hope or fear. Fear of losing something, hope of getting something. So prayer is a process to bring our mind to the middle point where there is neither hope nor fear. Oh my God, his face lit up and he said, beautiful. I'll go through this treatment. So on the fifth day, his doctor called me. Why did you stop all his medicines? Didn't we discuss that I will do that? No, I didn't stop his medicine. But I heard he stopped the medicine, but not he didn't consult me. He just stopped the medicine. He didn't even tell me that he stopped his medicine. He came driving from New Jersey to Pennsylvania to meet him and tell him to take at least this medicine, that medicine. But his secretary stopped him. He said, "Don't advise the Guruji. He has made a decision. You should support him." That's all. Guruji, when I spoke to him, he said he experienced absolutely no pain on the third day. He followed this system. Just on the third day, he experienced painless situation which he did not experience for last 7 years. Having seen that, he stopped all the medicine. So many different occasions came that Guruji became completely healed. All that's a long story. Coming back to our situation, we don't have to take different medicines or different discipline for different diseases. All diseases are one. Cause for all disease is also one. Can you believe that? If the cause is one, treatment is also one. Remove the cause and the healing is done. That's how we deal with every case. All diseases are one, cause for all diseases are one, cure for all diseases is also one. Health and disease is one, food and medicine was one. Look at that. And then we added a new unity which says our physical, mental, and spiritual health is one. For health, physical health, we go to physician. For mental health, we go to a psychiatrist or psychologist. Then for spiritual health, we go to a Guruji or a spiritual man or an astrologer. These are the practices we do, but we don't need all that. It's only healthy life practices, life natural, which is a solution for all. Okay, next question.
Thank you, Guruji, for these principles of unity. This is something which I'm sure people must have heard for the very first time. Cause of all diseases are one. Treatment for all diseases are also one. And food and medicine are one. Beautiful. Very different topic today on principles of unity. So let's move on to the next question. A friend has asked, my father is in treatment for the last 1 year after we have diagnosed with autoimmune disease. After he has been diagnosed with autoimmune disease in bile ducts of liver. He has undergone surgery and also placed stent in 5 and 7 channel of bile ducts. And now he is in recovery stage and taking steroids for the last 1 year. With this condition, she wants to know, can we join in your program?
I would say no, because when he is already disturbed his life to such an extent, when we take up such cases, there will be improvement, but there will be consequences for wrong steps that he took. And when he sees the consequences of his wrongdoing, the blame comes to us because he started nature cure and he is getting so much bad effect. So we don't want to take the blame of somebody else and put it on our head. So we will say we don't want to take the responsibility. But some people say, okay, we will not blame you. They will write an agreement that they are coming here to learn a natural, healthy lifestyle, and then we give them advice.
Okay,
And
that makes sense.
the worst of cases also get completely healed and they come back to healthy condition. But there will be crisis. How to manage the crisis that we do with a program which will step by step remove the problem and bring him back to health. He should first attend a camp. Now our latest camp is going to be in Hyderabad. Next it's going to be Lonavala. and there are so many other Pune and other places. So let him watch our website and follow them.
Sure. So, Guruji, we have made a little reel of the camps that we have attended, some of your camps. So, I would request Meenalji to start the reel that was created from your past camps, just to show how the camp looks like.
Yeah. In the meantime, can you do a question? I will just get that.
In the meantime.
Yeah.
Did you say in the meantime?
Yes, I did say in the meantime. Yeah. So, Vandana ji, can you pick up a question? Next question.
Okay.
I will just be ready for this. Yeah.
Okay. A friend has asked, I have vitiligo around my lips since 10 years. Any remedies? And the person says, I am raw until dinner and have only one cooked meal early evening with no spices. I was majorly on fruits for 2 years.
When did you take your vegetables? Your body is made up of 80% of alkaline fluids. So that can be replaced with only vegetables. No matter how much fruits you take, they don't have alkalinity. They are all acid. So we don't help our body enough. In the beginning days, fruit diet gives very good results. But after that, body keeps longing for important materials that's not available in fruits, so you don't get cured. So better thing is to take vegetables, juices in the beginning, and then eat raw vegetables in salads, things like that. If you include vegetables, then healing will start faster. And so many diseases have been tampered with drugs and alternative systems that healing brings in some crisis. So we have a non-crisis diet plan which takes maybe over three or 4 months. But in the meanwhile, they will be wondering why is it taking to so much time? It is because they have drifted away from the natural path very far away. So they have to be gradually brought to the complete natural lifestyle. So when they do it, even the diseases which are considered incurable gets cured. Attend one camp and you will know everything in practicality. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So we are starting with the reel right now. Vimalji, you can start.
What are you waiting for?
It has been. Okay, thanks, Meenalji, for that reel. And I would now like to share the camp details, the details of the upcoming camps. The current latest upcoming camp is the Hyderabad one, which starts on 2nd of Feb till 8th of Feb. And we have the contact details for all the camps. The next one is going to be held near Lonavala between Mumbai and Pune from 17th Feb to 23rd Feb. And after that, we have the Nashik camp and then the Delhi camp. We are also trying to organize a camp in Kolkata and few more places. Once we have completed the planning, more details will be displayed for more cities in the upcoming sessions.
So you may want to take a screenshot of this, or you can pause this if you're watching it on YouTube and connect with the right people for your camp.
Now moving on to the next question. So, Guruji, can we reverse the cataract by following natural hygiene principles?
Absolutely. It's daily sun gazing and herbal pack over the eyes and following a diet which is completely raw, at least for 2 sessions of the day. One session of fruits and another session of raw vegetables, and only one session of cooked food, conservatively cooked. That will change whole thing. And eye exercises, sun gazing and eye exercises will dramatically change the cataract condition into a normal condition.
Thank you, Guruji. And next question is very frequently asked. Most of the veggies and fruits are not organic. How do we find, and if not organic, how to handle this kind of food? Thank you. So one option would be definitely Vardaika, but not everybody lives in Pune. So what is your take on this, Guruji?
Start growing your own vegetables. And there are sources where people are selling organic vegetables. Find out and get them. But worst of all, even if it is not organic, but the vegetable is organic, the way you produced it may not be organic, but finally a vegetable is not inorganic. It is organic. So even if you take vegetables produced by inorganic means, it will still mean it's vegetable and they will benefit you. Anything else?
Thank you, Guruji. So what do you think about fermented vegetables? Many people recommend that these are for healing the gut, especially for bloating, constipation, and autoimmune stuff, etc. But there are few healers who say it's not the best thing for your health. So what would be your answer to that?
In the process of fermentation, you're spoiling the vegetable condition. Fermentation should be done within the body, not outside the body. When you eat the vegetables, the process of digestion itself is a process of fermentation. People think that if you have done it outside, less digestion will be done. They are partly true because there are so many fermented foods which we take and that is digested fast. But we must make sure that there is nothing going wrong in the process of fermentation, then it didn't become rotten. All those things have to be taken care of. And there are so many agents that they engage for fermentation that should all be healthy. The easiest thing for us to do is to take fresh vegetables and wait for 2-3 hours for its digestion. Then all the fermentation will be done in the body. We don't have to do anything outside. Outside resources are not reliable, but the body on its own, when it does, it's reliable.
Okay. Thanks, Guruji, for the answer about fermented vegetables. The next question says, I'm afraid about weight loss while taking natural food. How to gain my current weight by taking natural food?
In the beginning stages, the body will throw out extra weight, which is not healthy. And then with the same food, a person can gain weight. There was a girl of marriageable age, and a boy came to see her, and he openly said, "Oh, she's very thin. I don't want to marry her." It was so rude of him to have said it in front of everybody. They should have said, I will go home and reply. And they didn't do that. And the girl got very hurt and was crying. and that girl was brought to our nature care center in Kolkata. And we gave her diet which was making her lose further weight. Her father said, I didn't bring her to lose weight. What are you doing? I said, just watch. Don't worry about, we are giving her a diet to improve her health. We are not concerned about the weight. And you will see the same diet will increase her weight. So after 15 days of losing weight, half a pound, 1 pound, 2 pound, and they were worried, but she continued to follow. And now with the same diet, she started increasing weight. When she started increasing weight, then I sent her home to continue the same diet. And after 1 month, we were asked to come to their house for dinner. When we went there, wow, we saw an angel. She came with a plate of fruits and she was perfectly figured. The beauty queen of India or the world is nothing before that. Such a beautiful figure she became. Eating raw vegetables one meal, fruits another meal, and conservatively cooked meals in the third meal. Wow, that was a wonderful thing. Then we thanked them and went away, and they thanked us profusely for making that change. And the boy who refused her, he started pursuing her. No, no, I will marry you. And get out of here. I don't want to marry you, she said. And after that, also, boy did not leave. He apologized 100 times, 1,000 times, and she pursued and married the same girl. So everything, whatever we do, we should not do to improve weight, increase weight. We should do to improve health. When you improve overall health, the adequate weight that is correct for you will come to you without any effort.
Okay,
Right.
Guruji, that was a very beautiful answer with a very interesting story about the girl who lost weight initially with the same diet, but then later started gaining. So I think I think the person who asked this question will be satisfied. Now the next question is there any solution to cold allergy and digestion problem?
Of course, they are all interrelated. Cold, allergy, and all that is producing extra mucus in the body. And extra mucus is a product of acid plus salt or acid plus sugar. So take foods which are natural, they also have enough material to make its own mucus. Mucus that comes from healthy food will also be healthy. We need mucus in the body, but the quality of mucus is very important. If we make good quality of mucus, our body will have flow of the mucus. Mucus should not be stagnant in one place. Then it solidifies, blocks the passage of air, and then causes problem. If the mucus is made, which is mobile and moving from different parts of the body, then it is very good. Such mucus can be made only with our healthy diet program. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Guruji. So there is one question about pain. Pain in the arms, in form of frozen shoulder or pain in the back and pelvic area of ankylosing spondylitis. What do you suggest in the treatment of the pain?
Sun bath and spinal bath. That has to be done continuously every day, twice, and have a healthy food program that is tabulated by a natural health science, and then keeping a record of what you do. When we keep a record of our diet program and treatment program, health, exercise, and everything, then we find out that we are doing wrong in so many occasions, we can correct that. And simultaneously, you must keep a record of your symptoms. When you keep a record of symptoms, you will see it was very bad in the beginning, And as you improve the health practices, and the symptoms go down and health goes up. Most important part of the health program is running and pranayama. Eating one meal of raw vegetables. It's very, very important.
Thank you, Guruji. Next question is about a skin condition. I may not be able to pronounce this properly, but I'll still go for this. Lichen planus pigmentosus. That's what I can make out of it. It's kind of a skin disease where the skin turns brown and purple. That's what I read about it.
Whatever happens to the skin, if you follow a healthy lifestyle, the darker color is actually healthier. There are Europeans and Americans who are craving for such color. And we Indians think we should make ourselves whiter and pale. And that's not right. The healthier skin is exactly Indian color. Like past President Radhakrishnan used to say that when you fry vada or pakoda, if it is overcooked, God was making it with whatever was overcooked, he put in Africa, whatever undercooked, he put in Europe and USA. The correctly cooked pakodas he put in India. So we have the correct tone of the skin and we should be proud of it. So let's not play with our life and follow a healthy lifestyle and maintain our color, which should be evenly distributed all over the body.
Yeah, so the question here, Guruji, the pigmentation happens in certain parts of the body. So it's not an even color. So that's what the issue is.
Certain parts of the body, it may be at that time, but when you follow a healthy lifestyle, it will change the whole body color, evenly distributed, and we will have a very good time. Don't expose your head to the sunlight too much. Keep the head in the shade, expose your body to sunlight, or evenly all over the place except the head.
Thank you, Guruji.
So, Guruji, if someone has asked, I am following nature cure way of eating fruits, salads, oil-free, dairy-free, whole food plant-based foods from the past 15 months. But still I am facing constipation and severe hair fall. I'm not able to understand what could be the reason and how to overcome these problems. Also, the person has asked, is there anything in addition we need to take care for my kids who are also following this from the past 15 months, like giving extra more fats, anything like that? So, two questions from the same person.
When people say I'm following this diet and health program, we need to go into the depth of what they are taking for health, what they are taking for breakfast, what they are taking for lunch or dinner. When we go into details, we find so many things going wrong. When we correct those mistakes, automatically our body responds very beautifully and we get the needed results. So let's go through that in detail. Let them consult us and show us the program, and each of you can deal with it. We have to make sure that they do exercise also. Many people don't do exercise, they are just taking health foods. That's not enough. And there are so many minute corrections that need to be done or introduced into our life. Like what? Occupation. Why should occupation be playing any role in our life? That's what people think. Oh my God, what a big difference it can make. They don't know. I told you that there was a famous painter from the Hare Krishnas who followed our system perfectly. But compared to so many others who were following the system, she was improving very little. Others were improving faster. Although she was following everything correctly. Then when it made her sit down and talk to her about her occupation, she says, I'm painting for Hare Krishna, but what are you doing for yourself? You should have your own occupation. Then she went on arguing until finally she agreed on my suggestion. When she took it up, the health improved so drastically. She was amazed how one small thing makes such a big difference. Each one of us have got a passion. We don't know that. Among 5 children in one same house, one person is very much interested in singing and he has passion and he is able to sing much better than all others. They all sing bhajans, but not like this boy. But there is another boy who is interested in sports and he wins every time. Another boy, another girl or something, she likes singing. The passion of individuals is totally different from another. In the same family, children of the same parents have different passions. We all come with a passion at the time of birth. If we pursue our passion, all the health problems are gone in the back door and we become healthy so fast, unimaginable. How should passion play such an important role? We don't know. But when we try it, we always see success.
Adding to this, the second part of the question is how do we inspire our children who are so brainwashed, who are so mesmerized with the packaged food for fancy food? They don't want to touch vegetables. They don't want to, they are done with enough of everyday eating of fruits. They want to run away whenever we tell them it's healthy for you, it's good for you. They just want Maggie and other crappy stuff.
There was such a boy who was in a class. I have already shared this story in the previous talk. That boy was not growing. He was shortest in the class and he would always like chips and other junk foods. He will never take vegetables or fruits. So such a boy was taken out for a whole day, seeing zoo in different places and no food, just bottle of water. And in the evening, towards the evening, his mother was hiding behind a papaya tree or something where she cannot really hide. She deliberately was standing behind it and munching something. And this boy saw, Mom, you are munching something. Give me. No, 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 I'm not saying anything. She ran and ran. And after that, she handed over the packet to her husband and he was chasing the father. And he got tired and finally the father lost and he grabbed that packet which was in his hand. He said, No, you can't eat it. You don't like it. Yes, I like it. I can eat it. And he finished the whole packet of baby carrots. Normally, he wouldn't go for it. After a whole day's fasting and this game of chasing, he wanted to show he's winning and he showed that he can eat it. And then they went to the car and he found another packet. He finished that also. When they went to a farmhouse, there was, and the father was searching for all the almirahs and refrigerator. And he said, What are you searching for? I'm searching for some potato chips. There's nothing here. The boy also searched. They couldn't find anything. And the father was crying and the son pacified him. Okay, let's have bananas. They had bananas and satisfied themselves. For 2 months, they lived there without any junk food. They ate only raw foods and conservatively cooked meal in one meal, plenty of fruits and things like that. After the habit has changed, they came to their house after 2 months, and in the house he continued the same habits. There was no junk food, and I met the family after 6 years. He was 6 feet 2.5 inches tall and healthy boy. How did it all happen? They had to influence, they had to make a situation where the boy could have nothing other than health food. And within that, he chose his own selections and he grew healthy. Unless we create such a, surrounding or circumstances, we can't change children like that. They should not be able to find anything. The farms were in a center place and were surrounded by farms, 40 acres, 50 acres, so many farms around him, but no shop, nothing to buy junk food. They spent the day playing up, good, climbing up the tree, chasing each other, but eating only health foods. We have to do something like that in order to influence our children. And instead of our influencing the children, children will end up influencing the parents, because the father was saying, "Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that." But the son was pacifying him. "Oh, we are okay," like that. So this whole situation has to change so that the son will be influencing the father.
Very inspiring, very interesting story, Guruji. Thank you for sharing this. And this brings me to another question, which I'm just curious and asking you that question is, mm, many parents say that my child will decide when they grow up, they will decide, they will leave junk, they will leave processed, they will decide to eat vegetables, they will decide that this is healthy for me, and then they will decide. So let them have fun, let them live their childhood, let them do whatever their peers are doing, their friends, Swiggy, Zomato, and everything else that's happening in the country.
The way to train a person is when they are tender.
Right.
Then you change them. But when they have matured, it's not possible for us to change. They would have already ruined their habits, ruined their health, and it is too late. When they are so small, they don't have any choice, they don't have any decision making opportunity. You have to make the decision, grow them healthy. And a certain couple who were fishermen, but because he learned computer engineering, he came to the city to live. And then they didn't have child for 3 years after their marriage, and then he came to follow natural health lifestyle, and he followed about 52 days of uh, healthy foods. And during that time, his wife stopped giving and having any menstrual break, and her body became so pure that she didn't have to have menses. And when they went back to their village, they celebrated that she is not having menstruation, so she must be pregnant. She kept on trying to explain them, "No, it is. I'm not having menstruation because of that." They said, "Oh, you don't know. You don't know." And they celebrated it, and later on went for a checkup. Doctor said, "No, she is not pregnant," and they started cursing her. And then they came back again. They followed the health rules and they had pregnancy. And then they went home. They had 2 children, both girls, not immediately. First girl, and then 3 years later, another girl. But none of them were touching fish. They were fisher family. She would take cucumber, she will take carrots and no fish. When they introduce fish, she turned their face. "What kind of child you brought? It's our family food," and all that they were saying. There is no such thing. This is not healthy food. Children knew it. They are grown healthy. They don't like that unhealthy food. They will automatically choose the right thing.
So
So many stories.
you are telling a story where no menstruation is happening. And today there is so much early age puberty happening, 9 years, 10 years, 11 years.
Yeah.
Girls are attaining puberty, and they would have it with a lot of and issues. And it's normalized to have hysterectomy in 40s, 30s, like it's been so normalized today.
As if it's common.
Yeah, very common, as if it's normal or whatever. It's been normalized. So, talking about this, Guruji, taking it to a more chronic level, what about cancer, especially blood cancer, third stage, fourth stage? What's your views on cancer, and especially the advanced stage cancer? There are a few questions that came on the chat window and also to us.
As we see the society around us live artificially, so many things are artificial, they're not natural. So such lifestyle will lead to only such results. But only request that we have is, do not try to examine whether it's cancer or not. That does all the mischief. Until cancer, as according to cancer expert, is cancer is the safest of all diseases until tampered. If you don't tamper it, it will be safe and it can be treated easily. But people don't listen to it. Unless we check it, how do we know it's either cancer or not? You don't need to check. You don't need to know if it's cancer or not. Either way, there is no healing. There is no cure for that in allopathy. They only have surgery, they have chemotherapy, which is worsening the situation. So when you give chemotherapy to anybody, the good cells die first before they killing their so-called bad cells. So it is very sensible not to have biopsy. Then how will we know if we have cancer? You don't need to know. If you have a tumor, follow the natural lifestyle, the tumor will disintegrate and you'll have a healthy body. That's all we need to know. We need not claim that we have cured so many cases of cancer. That we don't need to, because we don't recognize one disease from another. They're all the same.
Thank you, Guruji, for that answer on cancer. A person has a knee problem and wants to know how to reverse knee problems naturally.
Knee problem is only a part of the body. It's a result of unhealthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle will change the whole condition into a healthy knee. My left leg started paining. So I said, "No, you are paining. Okay, you need attention. So I'll give you attention." I started running. Pain increased. I rested a little while. When the pain subsided, again started running. This I went on doing for a week, and then there was no pain. Where did the pain go? Okay, if you don't want me, I'll go. He went away. If there is a pain or any such problem, tamper and leave. Chedo or chodo. Chedo or chodo. Chedo means tamper it and leave it alone. Tamper it often and then leave it alone. That's the slogan we give for all that knee pain. Chedo or chodo.
That was quite interesting. A nice slogan that we heard. So, one person who seems to know about natural health science has asked why we should not put salt while we cook and only add after switching off the stove and when hot.
When you cook salt along with vegetables, it gets impregnated into the vegetables. When you cook salt, it becomes concentrated salt. And sodium has an affinity for water. When you eat such food, you get thirsty during meal and you keep drinking too much water. And that disturbs the digestion process. Digestion process is it's a chemical process and a physical process. In the physical part of digestion, the food is broken into small parts and it's revolved around the belly and around the stomach, and all that activities will be disturbed with water. When you put water, the digestive juice becomes diluted. When you put food in the mouth, it examines the food chemistry and sends the information to the head office, and the head office sends a kind of instruction as to the concentration of the digestive juices. And food body prepares a digestive juice to the needed concentration. And when you drink water during meal, you are diluting the whole thing, end up within not only indigestion, but too much gas. And that disturbs even more than regular indigestion. So we have to be very careful not to cook the salt and increase our thirst. If you add the salt in the end, it will not happen like that. So it will not get impregnated into vegetables. It will not spoil the chemistry of vegetables. and you will not feel thirsty. You will get the needed taste because you've already added salt after cooking. So it's safe and healthy.
Right, Guruji. Nice. These are some rules of eating and cooking. There are many more. I think we would know all of them once we are actually there in one of the camps. Every day we learn new things there. 6 days, 7 days being, it's an experience with you, Guruji. And the next question by the same person is the protein content in what we eat is enough if we are doing any strength training or intense cardio exercises daily?
The protein that we eat is more than what we need. A sedentary person who is doing office work and things like that, he needs only 15 grams. A person who does physical labor and all that needs 25 grams. But we end up eating more than that. And that eating more proteins will end up in indigestion of the whole thing. All food becomes not digested properly, and whatever protein you take is not available to you. Then you end up more sick than before. So it is necessary for us to make the proteins assimilable. And how do we make assimilable protein? By taking proteins from the leaves, from the food, natural foods. All the strongest animals are herbivorous. Rhinoceros and elephants and even a deer is stronger than a tiger. How can anybody believe that a deer is stronger than a tiger? The National Geographical magazine did a survey study. They were on the helicopter seeing a tiger chasing a deer. Deer was at least 25 feet away from the tiger, and it was running at 60 miles an hour. And tiger is also able to run 60 miles an hour. But after 3 miles, tiger was totally exhausted. But up to 25 miles, the deer kept running with the same speed, then slowed down. This movie was shown by National Geographical magazine and by studying all these animals in the jungle. So that shows that deer is much stronger than the tiger. Only thing is that deer does not need to kill the tiger because it's not his food. The tiger is chasing the deer because that's his food. But he is not able to chase him. After 3 miles, he is gotten exhausted. Okay.
Thank you.
Vegetarian food is superior to non-vegetarian food. You
Well
get
said.
more protein, more nutrition from that than non-vegetarian food.
Guruji, there is a question where a person has said how to handle congenital heart issue in a 5-year-old kid.
It's a pity that such strong or complicated diseases come to young children. It only shows that from the time he was born, he was fed on artificial food from manufacturers. If he was fed on mother's milk, and if the mother was feeding natural foods, he will not have this problem. He developed this problem with wrong habits. With right habits, we can try the children with vegetable juices, sunbath, and periodic fasting for short durations. Then eventually the baby will start recovering. It has to be monitored. If they write to us and we send them treatment program and they follow it and send reports every week, they will see progress coming in within few months.
Thank you, Guruji. This question is regarding dealing with emergency health situation like accident, stroke, heart attack, severe pain attack. Is Nature Cure equipped to take care even in these conditions?
Only such conditions can definitely be treated with natural methods. unless there is a broken bone, we need some bone setter to set it in right and then package it. Otherwise, most of the accidents we can deal with. From very young age, I had so many accidents. Broke my head, broke my bones, knees, and all kinds of places. Blood oozing, and I was seeing the red blood and enjoying it. In my house, they are not using in yelling, "Oh, your child has fallen." Nobody is supposed to say. You turn your face and walk away, and when you happen to see the child, you say, "Good, you've fallen. You are going to be stronger." And that's how we were brought up. And no matter what accident it was, if it is already fallen, you cannot reverse the whole thing. He has already fallen. The only thing that we can do is to encourage that person. And by encouraging, healing is faster, pain is less.
So Guruji, in case of an accident where a lot of blood losses happen or something like
Yes.
that, a person is in
All
a
that can be removed by natural foods. The
Okay.
person who eats right food will not lose a lot of blood. They will lose some blood, and the blood will stop because the body knows how much to lose. Only the injured cells will be thrown out. Other cells, they will immediately dry up and close the skin. If your food is very bad, then it will flow for a long time. Then you will need to tie it up and stop the blood flow.
Got it, Guruji. Thank you. Vandana.
Wet cloth.
Okay. So by tying, using a wet cloth, the blood supply, the blood flow can be stopped in case of
Yeah.
emergency.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. There are a few people who want to know, is there any cure for psoriasis in natural health science?
Absolutely. Mr. Jacob was about 64 years old when he came to our health center in Chennai. And he came very early in the morning before sunrise. He was sitting in the reception, and I had gone for running. And when I came back, I saw a person sitting in the reception. What's he doing so early? When I came near, my wife signed me to come in. And when I went in, she said, "Don't take this patient. He's full of psoriasis, head to foot, and his skin is falling. So many flakes are falling from his skin. And if it comes to our kitchen food and all that, it will be very horrible." So I went and told him, "I'm sorry, I can't take you." He started crying. I came here with full hope, started my house from 3:30. I have not come into the open air daylight for 16 years. He was suffering from psoriasis, skin problem. So when he cried, my wife said, "Okay, okay, take him, don't disappoint him." So I took him, and my servants, the attendant, they will not come to him. They said, "No, no, no, I don't want to touch him." So I had to do the treatment myself. When he asked me what the treatment is, when I said sunbath, "No, no, 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 I can't take sunbath," he said, "because it burns the skin and fluid comes out, it burns even more. So he can't take the sunbath." I said, "I'll give sunbath, but you will not have any problem." What did I do? I took a big tub, filled it with water, and I made him lie down in that with body immersed underwater, and the head was in the shade, and I put a wet cloth on the head. And he was exposed to sunlight underwater, and he had excellent result. Every day after sunbath, we can't wipe his body, we dab with towels and make him lie down on a sheet, all newspapers on a cot, and he will lie down, and we'll use a sponge cotton piece and dipped into coconut oil. I will just move it upside down from the whole body, and so much scales used to fall every day. We used to put it in a paper bag, put that in another paper bag, went down, dug a pit, burn it, and then close the pit. That's what we used to do every day. So much uh, flakes used to fall. And after about 19 days, There was nothing more falling. Clean skin. He got entire body was with new skin. How did it all happen? His food was only tender coconut water. That's all. How can he get strength from tender coconut water? It has got protein, it has got fat, it has got carbohydrate, it has got mineral salts, it has got vitamins, all kinds of things. It's a complete food and it does not need digestion. It doesn't draw any energy out of you for digestion. It's straight absorbed in the body. Such a wonderful food it is. So that person got completely cured of all his psoriasis in just a few weeks. 3 or 4 weeks, he was completely healed. It's a wonderful experience to see such joy in persons who were suffering for 16 years in the dark room. Whenever he used to take a walk after midnight, and if somebody sees him by chance, they will think it's a ghost coming. They will do like this, and he will come back crying into the room and, "Oh God, why did you make me like this?" He will keep crying. And when he got well, he just could not believe. Every week he would receive fan mails because I had a TV interview. In the interview, I told the audience that if you write a letter to Jacob for Natural Health Center for this place, and he will be happy. So when I got the letters, I gave him. He got letters. Nobody knows me. Why should people write to me? When he read the letters, he would cry with so much gratitude. All this is part of healing. It makes healing faster. In the hopeless state also, if some people keep telling you, you will get well, I wish you all the best. So you get the strength out of that. That's one part of the treatment.
Thank you, Guruji, for such an inspiring story, a life-changing story. 16 years living in a dungeon and then treated like a ghost. It's not an easy thing for a person.
He
So
could not take sun bath. It will burn and fluids will come out and it will be miserable. But for everything, there's a solution.
sure.
He could take sun bath and there was no burning sensation.
So Guruji, one question has come is, I have a gallstone, the size is 20.3 mm. Is it possible to get rid of it through naturopathy?
It's only through natural health science that he can break it into pieces. We take the juice of banana pit. In a banana tree, after it gives fruits, the tree is cut down and the center core of the trunk is opened and that is made into juice. About 6 inches banana pit is cut into pieces. Add some coconuts and you can eat it right away, or you can make a juice, dilute it with 3 times water and sip it slowly. That will also break this gallbladder stone into pieces and it will be eliminated.
Okay.
Gallbladder is a storehouse where bile is stored. And if you are active, that bile will be replaced. If the bile is replaced, there will be no stones. If the same bile is standing there without being used, then the gallstones will be formed. If a person doesn't have exercise, such things will happen. But if you start all the exercise, it will keep moving. That bile will come out, new bile will go in, all kinds of things can happen in a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you, Guruji. Last time you said, let's take a few questions from the audience. So any audience, if you have, we have not covered that question because we already have 30 questions, which we have not asked him, respecting the time. So Apurva, if you have a question which has not been answered so far, so I'm allowing you to unmute. Please unmute yourself and you can ask it quickly.
Yeah. Namaste, Guruji. This is regarding my son. Recently, he has developed enlarged adenoids as well as tonsils. He's just 3 year old. He so my question is how to approach through natural health without using medications. My husband himself is a doctor, so he insists me to put him on medications. So I resist him. So I thought this session will give me some insights uh, to answer him.
Yeah. Tonsils.
And yeah, and one thing more, he is having wheezing also in the night, and he starts breathing with open mouth, means open mouth breathing.
Yeah. These are all the problems of mucus,
Yes,
solid
yes, yes.
mucus.
Yeah,
So mucus is the product of acid plus salt. Don't give him acid. Give him only alkaline food and have no salt. That can be done only when you subject him to a 1 day fasting. How can 1 day fasting be done? Take him out and let him have a good time whole day, but no food. And in the end of the day, give him carrots or give him cucumber. He will love it and eat it. And continue
okay,
that kind of food for 1 week. You will see miracles happen. Raw vegetables for 1 week
okay,
food. Expose his body to sunlight, keeping the head in the shade, and don't heat the body. Turn this way, turn that way, and come out of the sunlight. Give him a full shower and make him run or every day, morning and evening. And that will
okay,
all healing so fast.
okay.
Make him listen to music and make him sing also little small songs, and he will be healing very fast. And you have to meet us again and tell us how he got healed.
Yeah, okay, okay, Guruji.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
What's his name?
Atharva.
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 Hello.
Get well soon.
Thank you, Guruji. We are taking one more question by Priyaji. Priyaji, can you speak your question, please? quickly?
ಅನ್ವಿತಾ ಅನ್ವಿತಾ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ
Priyaji? Priyaji?
Get somebody else. Let Priyaji complete her sleep.
Yeah, so I'm muting her. Anyways,
Oh,
so
hello.
yes,
Sorry, I'm not able to turn on my camera for some reason. It looks like there is some permission restriction on my mobile, which I need to go back to settings and change. Sorry for that.
no
But
worries.
am I audible?
We ask the question. You are audible, yes.
Yeah, this is in continuation to the same question what a previous person asked. So even my son is 8 years old, and during winter season, like October, November, December, he gets this asthma attack kind of severe wheezing. So he goes to school, all normal, comes back, have dinner, and while sleeping, he developed breathing difficulty. And as it goes into midnight, he literally get into a situation where he can't even breathe. He starts crying out very loud, and it actually, I don't want to give any allopathy medicine, but then looking at his situation, he starts puking and all that. So I have to rush to nearest hospital, and until nebulization is given to him, Duolin and Budecard, the situation doesn't stabilize. Sometimes injection into his vein will also be given by doctor. And this happens, and then he gets better. until the dose the duration of the course. And then slowly, as I stop the medication, he develops it back again, and then I'll be again, forced to give him the same medication. So I really want to come out of this loop, and I just want a very good advice and suggestion on what can be done, because I've stopped dairy, I've stopped giving him junk food almost a year back, but still, this is still happening. So I'm not sure what am I doing wrong.
Check what are you feeding him, or giving him any raw vegetables in his food. If it is not, then introduce them. How to introduce raw vegetables? By not letting him eat anything for whole day or until he can stand. Then show him only vegetables, and he will love it because he is hungry. And once he gets into the habit of eating raw vegetables, then you have solved your problem way so fast. You don't need any medication. He needs running, lot of running, and after that eating with raw vegetables. And if you can keep him like that for a week, he's already free from all the problems. Keep in touch and let us know how we can guide you.
Thank you, Priyaji, for your question. Thank you, Guruji, for answering it so nicely. Even answer of Apurvaji was very inspiring. Sandeep ji, would you like to wrap up the session? Thank you for your time. Yes.
Yeah, interesting session it was. Totally engrossing, and Guruji is like motivating all of us now for the camp thing. See, participants, so there are still many unanswered questions, and if you feel like connecting with Guruji through us, you can reach us to talk to us on WhatsApp, send a message to Miss Minal or Miss Vandana. Okay, and stay in touch, and try to learn about this subject. Find more about this. Find some time for yourself first of all. Okay. So to wrap it all, um, we
Immediately tell
have
them to join a camp.
yes. So first thing is to as Guruji is suggesting, attend a camp, learn, see things happening there. You will feel the magic happening, and the magic happens only when you do it. No theories can help you. So thank you, Guruji, for your time and for answering all our queries. And thank you, our host, Minal ji and Vandana ji also. So that's all from our side. See you again very soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
The recording can be stopped.